Now let's dive into the step-by-step of our marketing plan. Of course, first is your product. What are you selling? What do you plan on selling? And my tip here is to make sure that you absolutely love and can stand behind what you sell. A lot of times, especially in the internet world, people make the mistake of seeing and getting that shiny object syndrome, and they see an internet marketer selling a lotion and they're doing very well. And you catch them in their natural phase and you think, oh, it's really easy to just sell that lotion. She just gets on social media and she talks about how great it is. I can do that. But if you don't love lotion, then that's not going to happen for you. You have to love what you're selling. You have to be able to stand behind what you're selling. And you have to give a lot of thought to this. People have become really flippant on what they want to promote to the world and what they want to build their brand upon, because they get this shiny object syndrome and think, well, if this person's doing it so great, well, so can I. And yes, if one person does something, you can do it too. But do you love it? Are you passionate about it? Can you put your name behind it? Because if not, or is it on brand for you? Because if it's not, then you won't succeed in that business because it's not meant for you. It's meant for her. It's meant for him. They're succeeding because they love lotion. They're succeeding because they've been through the steps and they've gotten to a point where they've become natural across camera, and that's for them. But not everything is for everyone. So make sure when you guys are sourcing and developing your products that you love what you promote and you love what you put your name on. Of course, price. Price of your product or service. This one is difficult for a lot of people as well, because the very first inclination is, when I look at my competitors, they are priced anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. And if I just come in at $8.99, everyone's going to buy from me because I'm cheaper. But that's not the case. You actually highly undervalue yourself if you have a strong product. You're on this race to zero and you're filtering by price. But when people buy your product, and if your product isn't a filter by price product, think of hotels, and I go over this a little bit between logo versus brand, but you don't want to be in the filter by price category. If you are selling a digital training and everyone is selling a digital training that you have in front of you, you don't want people to be like, well, I'm going with this one because it's the cheapest. You want people to be able to say, okay, well, this product has this product has that, and go through what they want to learn, not by what the price is. Additionally, if you price yourself too low in a certain market, it will communicate to people that you aren't worth that much, that you are a subpar training. If they price themselves at $1,000, they must have a lot more information, and I need to learn information. If you price yourself at $10, well, how much can I really get for $10? So really understand the psychology of people and price, and make sure you guys are pricing yourself accordingly in the market. Then, of course, promotion. How are you going to get your brand out there to the world? So develop your how. What social media channels are you going to use? What advertising methods would you use? Would you do paid ads? Would you do organic marketing? What methods are you going to use to get your word out there? And then place, of course, where are you fostering a community audience? When you can make your audience feel like they are a community, you have won the game. And then you have something so strong to build on, because people feel the presence of other people. You can even do this through paid ads. If in the comment section of a paid advertisement on Facebook says, oh my gosh, I love this product, and they're tagging the next person, they're tagging their friends, and people are talking about how wonderful it was. Oh, this lotion made my skin feel so good. Oh, this closed my pores so well. This primer is amazing. You can communicate, and you can create communities anywhere you want, especially online. There's little pockets of communities everywhere. So where are you going to foster, where are you going to sell your product, and where are you going to foster that community feel in your audience? Of course, packaging. This is such a huge one. This goes for services. This goes for physical products. This goes for anything. How are you going to package your product? When we talk about physical products, there are people out there just like me, I'm one of them, who will buy a product just because I love the packaging. I love the bottle. I love the box that comes in. I love the bag. I love opening the package. Packaging is so huge. A lot of people overlook this stuff because they think people only care about the product. But the packaging and the presentation is so huge. You can even take packaging down to if you are a handyman. Do you show up in a really broken down truck with paint all over it and you look a little bit janky? Or do you show up to a potential client's house? You maybe have really high packages, high cost packages and high cost services. And you come up with a shirt and you have a logo on it and you have clean pants and clean shoes and they feel comfortable letting you walk in their house without getting paint all over their floors. How do you show up? How do you package yourself to show up to your potential customers and clients? Same thing if you're selling insurance. When you go to a coffee meeting with someone, how do you package yourself? How do you package your products? When you open up your book, do you have a nice briefcase or do you just have papers flying out of a bag? So packaging comes in all of these different ways, and it's the external look of your product or service. So make sure we really, really package our products well and package our services well. Positioning. How are you positioned in the heart of your potential customers and clients? Again, you guys, it's the impact of the heart that makes the difference. It's the emotional connection you can make. So how are you going to position yourself to speak to those people and your target audience and land in the hearts and minds of the people you're selling to? Again, people is the final P. There are right and wrong people, and not everything is for everyone. You only want to sell to the right people. So once we define our target audience and target market and buyer personas, this gets really clear because we don't want to care what the critics have to say. And Seth Godin does a great message on this. He says the critics are right. We keep trying to convince ourselves that no, they're wrong. They just don't understand. But no, they're right. They're completely in the right for how they feel. And even some of the points that they make may be 100% correct. But I don't care. And you shouldn't either, because the critics aren't ever going to buy from you in the first place. Let's say you have an email list and somebody unsubscribes from your email list. Don't get your feelings hurt. They were never going to buy from you in the first place. They're a critic. They're not interested. So why would I waste any second trying to develop something and think to myself, oh, maybe they unsubscribed because I said something wrong and I need to go in and change it? Well, have you looked that you have 100 more people that haven't unsubscribed? So they were pleased with what they saw. They didn't unsubscribe and they opened your email and may have clicked through. So just focus on the 100 people that are still with you. And don't worry about the one that didn't, because they were never going to buy in the first place. So all your focus, every ounce of your focus needs to be on the people and the right people that will buy from you and potentially buy from you than anyone who decides to look the other way. Because there is something for everyone, and you are not that something. You are the something for a very viable small audience that will grow over time. And all your focus needs to be on that small audience that you are talking to. I hope this helps. Again, go through each P and really give some thought into them and define them and execute them for your own brand.